Good morning, lovelies, and welcome back to the Wishing Pod. It's a lovely early morning here. It's about, I think it's 5:55 actually, when I checked my watch a couple of minutes ago. Feeling really fresh this morning. The birds are singing. I think it's going to be a really beautiful day. So last night, I was called to pull some cards for this reading. So we're not going to do a pick a card today. I'm just going to interpret what is here in front of us. Now, I just wanted to tell you actually, because this was quite interesting. When I pulled these cards came out first. I was like, what do they need to know? And it literally came out as almost a full sentence. It's a perfect time for play. So I thought that was really interesting. And on top of that, I shuffled using this part of the deck, not realizing that this much of the deck was still in the box. So on the bottom of the deck there's nothing to worry about. But then on the bottom of the deck that was still in the box, there was focus on service. And I'm not sure still if that's more of a message for me, a little secret kind of wink, or if that is also to be interpreted in this reading. So first, as always, I've got my sage and my selenite, or selenite? How do you say this? I'm not really sure. But yeah, let's just quiet our minds and remember why we're here today. Just to have a nice time, have fun getting our message read, find out what's on the cards today. And as I'm doing this, take some deep breaths. Just ground yourself and just leave whatever isn't important right now. The smoke on that, it's so pretty. So let's cleanse this space. It's here. As always, I hope you really enjoy this reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm using the Magical Unicorns, the Daily Guidance from Your Angel Oracle cards today. And I will be using these, which I actually found. They were in my workspace, being given for free. Spirits and Shadows. Doesn't say who they're by though. Oh yes, by Edward and Heather Neal. So I think it's quite like an independent thing, it seems. So I was very intrigued when I saw these cards. I thought the pictures were really cool and quite dark comparatively to a lot of the pictures that I have throughout my oracle decks. I usually go for more kind of light and fairy tale like very kind of soft, fluffy, beautiful, whereas this is quite dark. Anyway, I'm excited to use those today, and we will also use the Diana Cooper Archangel Animal cards. Ooh. What's that one? I've got a cow. Oh, so cute. You're going to need a good shuffle. When I first pulled these cards, especially the perfect timing and the play, I really thought that maybe there's been a lot of seriousness in your life recently. Like, you've been carrying a lot, it seems, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's a lot of good things being able to be that resilient and hold on to things. However, there's got to be a good balance. There's got to be a good balance of having fun and working. I know for me that I get very stuck in my working loop, in my working head, and I will forget to make time for play. But play is different for everybody. But it could be something a bit more simple, like going for a walk, something more grounding. I do see, though, that it could be things that you used to enjoy as a child, especially with this little girl here dancing and running on the lily pads. Think about what you used to do when you were a kid, when you wanted to have fun, when you wanted to entertain yourself. I know for myself, like I grew up, I have a half sister, but I basically grew up as a single child. And so I had to entertain myself a lot of the time. And so I used to do a lot of painting and drawing and writing stories and writing songs. And I used to like build dens in my back garden and all kinds of very like whimsy things that I felt very magical for doing. It kind of just gave this sense of like childlike wonder that I think we lose as adults, honestly. So I think this message is telling you to tap into that, tap into the childhood wonder of what it actually means to have fun and play. And don't worry about like feeling silly or how it looks. The point of play is not to worry about how it looks, but worry about how it feels, or not worry, but you know what I mean, like to be aware, have an awareness of how it feels in your body. Where do you feel the sensations when you are doing these childlike wonderful things that you used to enjoy? I think it's very easy to forget what we enjoyed as children because life can get so serious. And there are so many great things about adulthood and stepping into your own power. But it's important that we don't completely shut off the door to who we were as a child, because we wouldn't be who we are today without our past and without all of the play and the things that we did as children to regulate ourselves and have fun on our own or with friends. And I think this message is just saying, make sure that you remember, as they said in The Lion King, remember who you are, okay? So, I'm interested. I know we said we were only going to use angels, but I do have my unicorns here, and I do feel quite called to do some confirmation cards with them. I like the angel cards. Sorry, my words. It's like 5 in the morning, by the way, so or 6 in the morning now, probably. So, apologies if I stumble over my words a little bit, but I do feel like the messages kind of flow more naturally in the morning. I would like to try doing some card readings in the evening as well and see how the messages turn out. I just feel very fresh in the mornings, you know. But with that does mean that I maybe stumble over my words a little bit, so I apologize for that. I'd like to pull a unicorn card for each card that we see here and just see what comes out. Oh, whoa. Okay. Can you see that? Oh, I love that. Should we take this one as well? Okay. There we go. Oh, beautiful. And then what have we got on the bottom? Just be yourself. Oh, that is so beautiful. And it's so true, isn't it? Just be yourself. And we've got a little kid on the unicorn, and that's so beautiful. I feel like that is very significant, and it just shows that this whole reading actually about embracing your childlike wonder and embracing who you were, who you are, because every version of yourself still exists. Time is not linear. It's more of a spiral, or it's more of a straight line depending on how you look at it. But I'm sorry, time is not linear. It's more like a spiral. So I'm getting a couple things out here. So you are being called to make a decision. Okay? And there is a certain outcome that you're looking for. But I feel like right now you're very much in the middle of this big decision that you're having to make. And that's very exciting. I feel like it's not a super heavy decision. It's a difficult decision, but it's not weighing on you super heavily in the sense that it's all consuming. I do see that it is an exciting decision. I think that it is a win-win situation as well. It's more of a case of you don't know what to decide because every path will alter your life. And that's not necessarily bad, but it's like, which direction do you want to go in, right? And that is exciting and also very scary. But I see that when you do decide, you may not have the fruits of your labour straight away. It might be quite, you might have a bit of an adjustment period. And this card, you'll know in the morning, is about clarity. So I would say take lots of little decisions to get to the big decision. You don't have to decide everything right now. You can take your time to decide little by little. And as you decide little by little, your path is going to become clearer and clearer little by little as well. So that's something to consider. Don't stress yourself out. We do have the perfect timing card now to decide. So that's like, let me know what this decision is. I do see, obviously, we've got big change here. The changes you're going through are positive. So yeah, you can't really go wrong here. It's a very colourful spread as well. Like, look at all these different colours that you've got coming out. It's really beautiful. So I do see that things are just looking up for you. And it's more of a case of looking at which direction you want to go in rather than, just choosing the best case scenario. It's more like they're all pretty good. So like, which one do I want to choose? And how's that going to play out? But it's going to play out positively, regardless of what you do. As long as you keep this childlike sense of wonder, and as long as you stay true to who you are, don't people please through this decision. Make sure that it is entirely of your own mind. This is also just a reminder to stick with your friends. Make sure that you are keeping really good people around you at the moment so that you make the best choices for yourself. You want to have the best judgment as possible. And if you're surrounded by people who lift you up, then your decision's going to be much clearer. And you're going to have a really good support network from that. So that's really good. Let's get out the animals. See what's going on. Oh, we've got one here. The tiger. Beautiful. Accept your magnificence. I think we got that in the last time we used these as well. Yeah, the choice that you're making is going to let you step into your power. And I do see this all interlinks with this childlike playfulness. Maybe this is about confidence building as well. Through childlike play, through doing what you did as a child, you will become more confident in yourself. Know thyself. What have we got here? Oh, the guinea pig. Oh, this is my favourite card. I actually, I have had some sad news about one of my guinea pigs in Japan the last couple of days, and I've been crying a lot because I feel like I can't do anything. I know that she's in really good hands. I know that she's getting the best care, but it's really difficult when you love an animal so deeply. I never wanted to rehome them, but I had to. And so I feel like this is just a little confirmation for me from the universe. I'm gonna try not to cry though. Where can I put this? Camel. Put it on top here for now. So what I'm seeing here is that we've got some beautiful energy coming out here because it's so colourful. You look at all of these gorgeous colours that are coming out. You've got loads of purple, teals. It's all very like kind of pastel-y. It's so beautiful. These sunbeams of yellow coming through. For me, it's just confirming this sense of childlike wonder. Like, also, when you look at animals, they're all so innocent. They come from a place of love. All they want is love, and all they want is peace. And I think that goes across every single species of animal that exists, including humans. And we can learn a lot from animals and the different temperaments of different species. And today we've got the tiger, which we've talked about a little bit already. We've got the guinea pig. Do your part to illuminate the universe. The thing I love about guinea pigs is that they're such like dippy animals. Like, they're so silly and they're so cute and round and fluffy. I feel like guinea pigs have this sense of like childlike innocence to the max. They are obsessed with food, relate, and they just want to run around, nap, eat. They want like a simple life, and lots of cuddles usually. And so I wonder if maybe that's a sign to just embrace a little bit more simplicity as well. Just a reminder, you don't have to do everything for everybody. Guinea pigs are very lazy, so it's okay. It's okay to have lazy days. It's okay to just rest. The shark, lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Sharks are very interesting. I feel like sharks are very misunderstood as a species. We, as a species, as a human like the human race, we kill so many sharks. Like, literally, I think last time I saw it, it was like 10,000. Oh god, I don't want to get this statistic wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like 10,000 an hour. But I will double check that, and if that's wrong, I will write it on the screen. Whereas sharks only kill 4 humans a year. And usually, sharks don't really attack without reason unless they think that you're food. They'll like mistake you for a seal or something, or sharks are actually very gentle animals, and Hollywood has really painted them out to be these violent killing machines, and there's no doubt about it. They definitely are. Like, they are carnivorous, scary animals that you do not want to fuck with. However, to humans, they're actually quite safe. And so I wonder, my initial thought is maybe there's been some misunderstanding. Maybe you feel misunderstood from the people around you. And this is just a reminder that you are powerful, you are a leader, and actually you can count on yourself to make your own decisions, and you can count on yourself to make the choice that's best for you. Don't worry about being misunderstood. Be the boss in your own life, be the leader, and you don't have to do it loudly. You can do it quietly. You can move in silence like a shark. You don't have to tell everybody your next moves. You can just work on yourself in the shadows. And honestly, I think that's possibly the best way a lot of the time, because then you're not going to be influenced by so many other people's opinions. Just tell the people close to you what's going on, but ultimately you decide and you make the final choice. And the hyena, dare to be different. I really like this card. I like this kind of universe thing that we've got going on here. Dare to be different. And yeah, again, just whatever is going on in your life right now, make sure that you are staying true to who you are. Because who you are is what's going to make you have success. Dare to be different. And we've got the camel. Be forbearing and patient. Right, so again, this connects into you'll know in the morning, right? So you're going to be making these decisions in the shadows, and now is a perfect time to start making these decisions. But that doesn't mean that you're going to see the fruits straight away. You have to wait a little bit. You are going to see them, you're going to see it trickling. You're going to know it's happening. But you will have to be patient. And that is really hard, I know, because it's like you decide and you want the thing now. But that's not how life works in this situation anyway. Yeah, everything that we see here is so bright, so I'm very intrigued to see what comes out of these very like dark looking cards. Very grungy. Oh, what have we got? Exile. Oh my gosh. You've got the adversary and aristocrat. Ooh, okay. And protection. Beautiful. Don't know where to put protection. You don't have enough room. I'll just pop it here. Wow. These are very cool, aren't they? They have beautiful artwork. I see that you're very protected right now. I feel like, as I've said, like you can't make the wrong decision. It's just a case of which direction do you want to go in? Because you are so protected by so many of your spirit guides. You are so safe, and so you can't go wrong here. You're in a really good situation. I do feel like you have had to look at yourself and look at the people in your circle and make some difficult choices about the kind of person that you want to be and the kind of people that you want to have in your life. Maybe this has been a recent change. Maybe there's been like a fallout in a friendship or a family member because you realized that they were toxic and you had to try and change the relationship or maybe even distance yourself. And I see here that that was the right choice. That was the right thing to do. You cannot carry dead weight into this next chapter. And it's important that you stay true to who you are and not question these decisions that you make. I feel like, a lot of people will have an opinion. Everyone has an opinion, in fact. So who you decide to take on this next chapter is very, very important. And it's okay for people to have different opinions. I'm not saying that. Like, if anything, when you do ask people, it's kind of useful because you can make your own opinion much easier. However, it's also important that you aren't easily swayed because only you know the right path, and you've got to trust your gut. Ultimately, you are like this wise owl. You are the kind of overseer of everything that's happening in your life right now. And to move forward with the most success, you kind of have to have like a 360 view. You have to see everything that's going on and then choose very wisely from that. And I think this is why it's such a difficult decision, because you can see so many different options. I'm interested. I'm going to just pull out one of these, see if there's anything else to come through. What's this one? We've got Pisces. Nice. Be dealing with a Pisces. You could be a Pisces. This one. And Gemini. Love that. I'm a Gemini, by the way. Elite. They are elite. So you could be dealing with Gemini or Pisces. Maybe you have that in your chart. But the energy is really cool here. You've got this kind of malleableness, kind of, I don't want to say like slippery fish, but the idea that you can move and transcend very easily. You've also got this very flexible air-like Gemini mind energy coming through, which also kind of ties in with this flexibility. It's important to be flexible and be open to change, because your decision might change based on events that happen as well. So don't be so fixed. Just be open to what could happen and be open to deciding something completely different. But ultimately, trust your gut is what I'm hearing now. So anyway, guys, this spread is so beautiful. I love it so much. I really hope that this resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys and what you thought of the reading. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.